All right, guys, this is Health Nibble number 96, and it's about belief systems, role modeling, success, and I'm not the best title person, but and if most people are going right, then go left, or the other way. I can't remember which way I wrote it, but so what does that all mean? So, one of the things when you think about what's right, like your default, your habits that you go into, what you eat, your exercise patterns, what seems normal, what those feelings of normalcy come from your belief systems, and your belief systems are formed at a really early age. So they're formed from mothers, fathers, teachers, and preachers. So that's one of the reasons it's so important to be a good parent, because your kids are going to have these sort of instincts from their childhood with everything that they think. So that's the first thing. The other thing would be role modeling. So your kids are going to do everything that you do. They're just going to absorb. They're going to absorb the way that you deal with stress, or they're going to absorb the way that you your lifestyle, and so that role modeling part is really important. And then the success part was, in our talks, our workshops, we tell everybody, America is the sickest country in the world. And so when you look at Indiana, I always ask, is Indiana one of the sicker states or healthier states? And it's one of the sickest. It's like fourth from the bottom. So we have more chronic disease than anybody else. And then Indiana is one of the sickest states. So around here, if you're pretty much average, do you think you're going to die early of cancer or diabetes or cardiovascular disease? Because we've established that there are huge lifestyle components with those diseases, and most of them are very preventable, right? So if you're average, are you going to live well over 100 years healthy? Or are you probably going to have some sort of chronic disease and be on 6 different meds like the average retiree, and then in and out of hospitals just fighting disease? So the answer is, if you're average, if you're doing what everybody else is, you're probably going to have problems. So here's my point. When you see everybody, like everybody's doing this, if everybody is doing that and most people are sick, probably do the opposite. So those are the sort of points that I try to drive into people's heads when we do these workshops. Is, listen, like for instance, our thyroid workshop, doing the same status quo treatment, looking at hormones. The hormones look good on blood work, but you still feel terrible. You can't get out of bed, or you have just enough energy to get through work, and then you can't get past that. So, we're offering, when we're saying, hey, look, this is a major toxicity issue. When the whole world is going right, we're going left, which is why we get great results. So that's just something. When you go to the gym, and I have this conversation with people, and everybody's on the treadmill for 45, 50 minutes, and they never seem to be losing weight, which their goal is to lose weight. Probably don't do that. Observe, right? Because we know that HIIT training, that the short burst, that's the high intensity training is the best way for losing weight. And that's just one of those things. Because when I was young, we were taught, you get into fat burning, you get on that treadmill, gosh, you're going to burn tons of fat if you we're on there for 40 minutes. So the head space is a huge part of the success, and being willing to accept new ideas, even if it doesn't feel good. Because when it doesn't feel good, it doesn't mean necessarily it's right or wrong. It means that's what you were taught. And hopefully your parents taught you really good stuff with right or wrong. And but when it comes to science, that's like your moral compass, right? But when it comes to science is always changing. So if you are loyal to the information and are willing to change based on the information, even if it doesn't feel good, because that's not the way you were raised, you're going to be successful. Because I can tell you, 97% don't. They're like sheep, following the other sheep, following the goat. They're just like walking off the cliff one after another. Well, I'm going to do what the guy in front of me is doing. And that's why that's one of the reasons why we're so sick. So you can be healthy, but if you're doing what everybody else is doing, you're probably not going to be. So, that's what we help people with. So that's your health nibble for the day.